Hello class, welcome to lesson 14, our very last lesson of the semester. I just wanted to walk you through the assignments since none of them are like our usual assignments, just so that if you have any questions you can refer to this video. So if you click on lesson 14, we've got our questions and conversations as usual. Feel free to post questions there. And then we have our pre-gathering folder. So everything in this pre-gathering folder, which is basically everything for this lesson, is due Wednesday at 11 p.m. Mountain Time. And I need to emphasize I cannot extend any due dates this week. I, as an instructor, am required to turn in grades very shortly after you are done with your assignments. So I need all of that time to grade your assignments, and I cannot provide extensions this week. Even for emergencies or unexpected situations, there simply isn't time before grades need to be turned in. So make sure that you're getting everything in on time since I cannot extend anything. So everything in this folder is due Wednesday at 11 p.m. Mountain Time, and then everything in the gathering folder, which is just your attendance report, is due Friday morning at 8 a.m. So in other words, you go attend your gathering, and right after your gathering, you turn in your attendance report, and you are done with everything for this week, okay? There is a lesson enhancement you can look at, but that's not an assignment. So those are the due dates. Everything on Wednesday except the attendance report, which is due right after your gathering. If you have any questions on that, just let me know, but before the due date, okay? So if we go through our pre-gathering folder, we have a few assignments. We have the personal revelation assignment, and this is similar to our lesson material and quiz, though a lot shorter. All you will be doing is watching a Mormon message, and then reading a quote, and then studying one of the following conference talks. Please do not overwhelm yourself by reading all of them. Save yourself some time this week and just read one of these talks, and then you will reflect on what you just read by answering these two questions. And you will turn in these two questions in a Word document on the next page. So this is also a little different. So here is the personal revelation assignment, kind of like the quiz that would follow our lesson material, only you need to turn it in a Word document as an attachment. And for once, we were not given any templates for these assignments. So you just get to respond to these questions on your own. So what I would recommend doing is sort of splitting your screen or using two monitors, whatever it is that is easiest for you, so that you can see the questions here and you can write up, looks like I was already doing a demo over here, and you can write up your assignment in a separate Word document over here. So for personal revelation, I would just title it so you remember that that's the assignment you're doing, and then answer the two questions. So question 1, how did personal revelation enhance your learning this semester? And go ahead and write out at least several sentences about how personal revelation enhanced your learning. I do not think it asked for a specific length. It did not. So I'm just going to ask for complete sentences. So I would recommend at least 2 sentences to explain yourself. So respond to question 1 about, so say personal revelation enhanced my learning by, respond. And then do question 2, how has your testimony been strengthened by your learning and experiences in this course? And respond to that. And then you would save this document and you would upload it as an attachment, and I would grade it. So that's the first assignment. It should be pretty short and just a chance to reflect on how God has worked with you on your education this semester. Then we will be looking at the final course reflection. I talked about this in last week's video. This is basically where you get to reflect on the most important thing you learned from all of the previous lessons. So read through these directions. They will tell you how to access your past learning reports in case you need to look at what you thought was most impactful from that lesson, since we talked about those in each learning report. And then you will do something similar to what we just did. You'll come here to where you turn in the assignment as an attachment, and here are all the questions you need to answer. So again, I would recommend writing it up. So write your title. This one is for Final Course Reflection. And then, sorry, I'll zoom in over here. I realize that's probably too small to be seen easily. And then answer each of the questions. So for lessons 1 through 13, you need to answer 2 things, okay? If you feel like you'll get lost, go ahead and title this first one Lesson 2, and then answer the most important thing I want to remember is, so answer that for Lesson 2, and then answer why it is the most important. It is the most important because feel free to share experiences, whatever you want to remember from that lesson. You don't have to do it in this A-B format, but what I'm trying to emphasize is you do need to answer both of these questions for lessons 2 through 13. Okay, so that will make up the first 12 questions. So you should have 12 questions, and then you need to carry on and answer these questions as well. Question 13 asks you to do a little bit of reflection. How did your learning from one lesson impact a later lesson? How was earlier knowledge increased or added to by a later lesson? Please make sure you're answering these questions thoroughly. And then answer question 14 about how the learning was enhanced by interacting with others. And then question 15, 16, 17, and 18. And notice that question 18 has 2 questions in it. What specific concepts will you continue to apply in your life? So answer that. And how will you apply these concepts? Make sure you're specific in answering all these questions. I need to grade these assignments, so I will be following a rubric that asks me to grade you on how you have answered each of these questions. So I do need you to be thorough, and not just for the grading sake, but for the sake of being able to reflect on your learning this semester. So once you have finished responding to all 18 questions, you would save this document and you would upload it. All right. So there's the first 2 assignments. And then is just the final exam. So it's got some instructions for a practice final exam. And on the next page, you can take that exam. And you can take this practice exam as many times as you like. It is not graded, it's not even required, but it's a great way to be able to tell if you remember enough from the previous lessons to be prepared for the real final exam. And again, on these final exams, you are completely welcome and encouraged to use any notes you have taken throughout the semester. However, you cannot use a web browser. You can't just pop up a search bar and search for things, and you cannot use your neighbor. So go ahead and use anything that you have taken notes of. And I think that it says that in the instructions here. Yes. I'm not seeing it on this page. Maybe it's for the final exam. So that's for the practice exam. That again is not required, but is a great way to see if you're ready. And then we have the final exam itself. And let's see here. You may consult your notes, but only your notes as you take your final exam. Yeah, so only use your notes. And then you would take the final exam, and again, this is due Wednesday at 11 p.m., and I cannot extend the deadline. So you take the final exam, and after that, it's all just wrap up. You've done the hard part. There's a quick post-course survey that is also due Wednesday at 11 p.m. We're still in the pre-gathering folder. And all this post-course survey is a chance to reflect on how you were learning this semester, the methods you used, what you did. So it's not something that is evaluated. There aren't any wrong answers. Just go ahead and fill it out as a way to reflect on the semester. It should be quick and easy. So that is everything that's due Wednesday at 11 p.m. And after that, you just need to fill out your attendance report right after your gathering, because it will close that Friday morning at 8 a.m. Mountain Time. All right? And that should be everything. Once you've done that, go eat some chocolate, celebrate with friends, and be glad that you have done an excellent job this semester. So if you have any questions about these assignments, please email me or call me or text me, whatever is easiest, but contact me as soon as possible so that we can make sure that you're ready to finish this week up. Good luck with everything. I look forward to seeing your assignments.